Hey everybody, welcome. This is Leslie. We are live in the kitchen again today. Can you believe it? Can you believe? Hey Lucille, it's good to see you. I can't believe that we are in the kitchen again. Okay, I know that a lot of people that eat healthy, ooh, those are really bright behind me. That's just gonna have to be the way it is. You had me at chocolate, right? Did you, Lucille? I know you watched yesterday. Yesterday was amazing. Hey, Marcy, it's good to see you. Yeah, yesterday was amazing. Today, I'm going to show you a quick little candy that is also very, very good. And Splat is here to help me again. Wait till we get a few people in the room, and then I'm going to announce who won the Crazy Face contest yesterday. Oh my gosh, you guys are so, get that thing out of my face. So funny. Hey Sherry, it's good to see you. So I'm going to announce who won the contest yesterday. For those that you do not know, yesterday we had a contest to see who would win this. Who's going to win Splat's cousin? That's so funny. So we're going to announce that in just a second. I'm going to do a couple of things first. I'm going to tell you who I am. My name is Leslie. I have a website, gotokitchens.com, and you are watching Lunch with Leslie. I do this broadcast every weekday at noon Mountain Time. Every weekday at noon Mountain Time. I also broadcast on the weekends, but they are not scheduled broadcasts. So I have some stuff for you this weekend. I can't wait to show you, by the way. So, but it's a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. I know, I'm climbing to the top with all this candy. Well, it's Christmas time, you know, and I got to give you guys some healthy alternatives. I got to give you some healthy alternatives so that you can kind of stay on track with what's going down, with what's happening soon. Hey, Maura, it's good to see you. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys just one time, if you will. My silly hat. Oh my gosh. I thought she was going to come totally decked out in Christmas stuff. So I thought I better ramp it up a little bit. Yeah. The Oreos. Yes. Hi, it's good to see you. That's right. So right down here in the corner, there is a little ball-headed guy. If you would please touch that little guy, touch him, be nice, just touch him, hug him. And share out with your followers. I would really appreciate that. You can share it on Twitter. You can share it on Facebook. You can share it with your followers right here. Oh, look at all you going there, sharing it now. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay. So are you guys ready to see who the winner was of the photo contest yesterday? So I ask you guys to follow me on Twitter, take a screenshot of a crazy face, and post it out onto Twitter and tag me in it. And so the winner, let's see if the winner can identify herself. She's here, by the way. Let's see if the winner can identify herself by her photo. Let me turn it upright. All right. Can you identify yourself by your photo? I'm still laughing at it. I love winner, winner, chicken dinner. It is you, Sherry. Yay, Sherry. We had a tie yesterday. We had a tie. There were several of you that had several likes on these photos. Robin had to break the tie. It was a blind test. He didn't even know whose photo it was. But yes, this is yours, Sherry, and you win. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny. So Sherry, this little silly face right here wins you this beautiful, beautiful spatula. You get the holiday splat. Congratulations, Sherry. Thank you guys so much for all of your participation. It was so fun to go through those photos last night. We went to a movie last night. The movie was really funny. It was a little off color, quite frankly, but it was really funny. It was a little bit different than what I normally see, but I laughed the whole time. And yeah, you're welcome. And so last night we got home and Robin's like, he was all excited. He's like, we got to pick a winner. I was like, okay, let's look. So we looked last night. It's 10 o'clock at night. That's when the contest ended. So I did not wear my hat, and Splat didn't go either. Splat's too young to go to the movie that we went to. So we got home and we're all going all through the pictures and everything. And so I told him, I was like, you can't look until I see if there is a clear winner. If there's a clear winner, then I can show you. He's like, okay. And so, my bangs, crazy bangs today. Sorry. I'm going to be messing with them the whole time. I need some plaster to plaster them down. Urgh. Okay, so so then there was not a clear winner. There was a lot of you that had several likes on your photos, and there was like a bunch of you that had the same number. So I put them all in a file and I showed Robin. I was like, which one? And I did get a lot of photos. I got a ton. And so we came along yours, Sherry, and he didn't know whose they were. And he was cracking up. He was like, oh my God, you make that face all the time. Your eyes get really big and you're like, ooh. So you won. Congratulations. Thank you so much, you guys, for all your participation. And Sherry, if you will DM me your address, I will get this out in the mail to you ASAP. So there you go. So much fun. It was a blast. Now I want to do like every scope like that, but I can't because, yeah. From Canada. That's very funny. What's a DM? A direct message. You can message me through Facebook too if you like, Sherry. That's fine. Just message me somehow with an address. I'll find it. So email, something like that. My eye's watering. I apologize. I know that get expensive, right? Because splats are not cheap. They are not cheap. So, I mean, well, they're cheap, but they're not like $1. I mean, yeah. So it costs more to buy a splat than it does to mail it. How's that? So, all right. Splat and I are in the kitchen today. And we are making... I know. Oh, yeah. And last night, Janie in the Blab, to all of you guys that were in the Blab last night, thank you so much. It was so much fun. I know we didn't have a huge crowd, but it was still so much fun. I loved hearing your stories. I loved laughing along with you guys. I hope you were cracking up. We really have a lot of fun in there. So last night, though, Janie won by popular vote. She won a splat last night. So hers is going to go in the mail along with Sherry's. So, menthol cookies. That's so funny. I love that. Hey, it's good to see you, Jen. I was just thinking about you this morning because I was going to make candy today, and I was like, I wonder if Jen's going to be there. And there she is. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, guys, we are going to throw down and make some peanut butter, and chocolate little ball things. This is a no bake. This is something that you can get in the kitchen with your, it's good to have you here. Thank you. It's something you can get into the kitchen with your kids, or whoever, and make these. They're super easy. They're super fun. You can make them, maybe, I mean, not really, no, because there's a lot of healthy stuff in them, but there's some peanut butter and there's some chocolate. So, I know these are like peanut buttery chocolatey things kind of deal. So you can see there's a ton of ingredients. There's all kinds of ingredients. There's not a lot of any one type of ingredient, but these are a no-bake item. So you can do these with your kids and they're going to be so much fun for them. They get to get their hands dirty. You could do these with your husband if he likes to get his hands dirty. Whoever. You can make these with whoever you want. And so you pick. It's Christmas. You can pick. So, yes, you could use, yes, absolutely you could use, and thank you for saying that, Lucille. You could absolutely use cashew or almond butter for this. Just make sure that it's really whipped up. So before you did that, you would want to put a little bit of coconut oil into a blender, like a quarter of a teaspoon of coconut oil in a blender with your butter and get it nice and whipped up. Okay. So yes, it needs to have a bit of moisture. It needs to be whipped up if you're going to use a different kind of butter. So peanut butter or cashew butter or almond. Yeah. Wash your hands. That's right. I always wash my hands before I cook. I should probably talk about that before I come on air here. Although I did mess with my hair, but anyway, whatever. It's my stuff. But I actually do wash my hands every time I cook. So yes, thank you for pointing that out. Did I pick my nose or something? Oh my God, don't let me pick. If I ever pick my nose on camera, you guys just all leave the room. How's that? Yes, it is. Kat, you're absolutely right. Lucille is absolutely more creamy. It's actually hard to find organic creamy peanut butter. So sorry. I don't think I pick my nose very often. I use a Kleenex a lot. I know it's gross. Little boogie in your cookie. Oh, now we have gotten out of control. It's out of control. What kind of scope is this anyway? Okay, sorry, you guys, my eye is watering like crazy, so cookie bookies. Hey, Lexi, Gary told me that I had to give you a hard time. I don't think Gary's on here. Maybe he is. But Gary told me I had to give you a hard time because apparently you ate something, and when you ate it, you said, Leslie would not approve of this. So I'm just telling you that if you think I wouldn't approve, I probably don't approve. So, okay. So there you go. I just had to, he told me to harass you, so I totally had to harass you just then. All right, so here we go. My favorite stainless steel bowl. You guys know what's in the bowl. It's the magic bowl. I love this bowl. Okay, yes, let's get serious. For God's sakes, it's the kitchen. Be serious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump all these ingredients into the bowl. So if I would recommend, so that you get. I don't eat out a lot, but Chipotle, I think there are probably some good choices in there. It's not something you want to eat every single day, but if you're out and about, it's probably one of the better choices that you could make while you were out and about and you needed to eat out. So maybe it wasn't so bad. So all of these ingredients that I have right here are going into Gary's not always right. Don't let him fool you. Thank you. Aw, thank you for saying that. I'm telling out on you. Thank you so much for saying that. You're very sweet. Yes, they are. They're being conscious. They're trying to be conscious. So, okay. So here we go. We have all of these ingredients. Here's what the ingredients are. I like to measure these ingredients out. I have been corrected by the way that I say this. This is mise en place. So mise en place means, it's French. I'm being fancy again. I said like 3 French words this week. So, mise en place means that you separate all your ingredients out. So you prepare them. You prepare your ingredients. This will ensure that you're not standing over your bowl, looking at your cookbook. Is this not the handiest thing ever? Did you guys just see that? I'll do it again for you. Watch. That you're not looking at your cookbook. That's so amazing. I love that. I know, fancy, very fancy. That you're not looking at your cookbook, trying to measure, you miss one, you go, oh, that says 1 tablespoon of cardamom. If you put 1 tablespoon of cardamom in this, you're going to mess up everything. So it's best, I know it is the coolest thing ever, and it's right above the second or the first coolest thing ever, which is my butcher block countertop. I know. So yes, what am I making? I am making chocolate peanut butter no bake cookie ball things is what I'm making. So I don't know. I think it's been here since this kitchen was built in the 1980s. I'm not even sure you could get something like this anymore, but it's fabulous. I love it. That's my salt block, by the way. I love cooking on my salt block. So yes. So there you go. I know, it's crazy. It's getting all crazy up in here today. All right, so here's what's in this. There is 1/4. You cannot see these at all. I apologize, you guys. Let me turn it down and see if you can see it. I'll try to shade it with these are sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are easy to find in bulk, okay? Sorry, oh, that's a lot of comments. I'm missing them. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't know that. I'll be more careful with it, for heaven's sakes. So these are sesame seeds. So you want 1/4 cup about, I didn't really measure. I eyeballed it because we're not baking, so I don't have to be precise. So about 1/4 cup of sesame seeds. Love them, love them, love them, love them. We're going to do this is a little under 1/4 cup of pecans. Pecans. I say pecans. I'm from Texas and I still say pecans. I don't say pecans. Pecans. These are not pecans. These are pecans. This is 1/4 cup of chopped pecans. Pecans, not buckons, but pecans. That's going to go down in the bowl. Get in the bowl. Get in the bowl. This is 1/4 cup of chopped dates. Yeah, you could actually buy black ones if you wanted. So how do I say caramel? I say caramel. Yes, I say caramel. That's not funny. Don't laugh. It's not funny. So pecan. It's right, pecan, not pecan. I know it is a big debate too. I did a teach with somebody and she kept saying pecans. And you put these pecans in and I was like, is it pecan or pecan? Somebody please solve this. It was so funny. I know I was sitting through the whole thing going, Anyway, this is 1/4 a cup of chopped dates. Can anybody type in the difference between a date and a fig? Tell me the difference between a date and a fig. Right here, right now. Type it in. Hurry, fast. You don't win anything, but somebody type it in. Tell me the difference between, and don't Google it. That's not fair. No fair Googling. Flower. You say it both ways, do you? That's funny. Size. Well, okay. The date it was made. Nope. Dates and figs. Figs grown on the Mediterranean. You guys are getting close. There is a difference between date and figs. Fat-free. I just figured. They are two different foods. One has a flower. I don't know about that, actually. Date is gross. You don't date ever. I love your name, Flaky Pastry. That's hilarious. That's so cute. I just saw that. Flaky Pastry Young. Thank you. Oh, that's half an answer. One comes from a palm date. Palms, that's right. One comes from like a palm tree type thing. It's grown on a tree. What's the other one? That's the date. What's the other one? The other one grows on the tree. One grows on the shrub. Bing, bing, bing. Thank you, Flaky Pastry. You got the whole answer. Yay. Congratulations. Plant versus tree. Awesome. Dates grow on a palm tree kind of thing, and figs grow on a bush kind of thing. So there you go. All right, now you know. All right, so then you put your dates in there. Then you are going to put just a little bit. This is a very little bit of chocolate. Let's be crystal clear. This is not the chocolate that I made. The chocolate that I made would not be sustainable in this type of recipe. It would actually melt as you started whipping it up. It would actually start to melt and make it all mushy pants. So you don't want to do this. This is actually organic baking chocolate. So this is a semi-sweet dark chocolate, and I have just crushed it up in little pieces like you see here. And you want some, you could do like chocolate chips or something like that and crush them up, like run your knife through them really quick. So yes, so you could do that. But this is just a little bit. This is about a tablespoon, a heaping, helping tablespoon of that. So is it in a bar? No, these were actually little nibs. So they were little square nibs, and I just ran my chef's knife through them really quick. So yeah, that's right. Fancy pants and not mushy pants any day, Lisa. So those are just going to go right in there. You do not want too much chocolate. And the reason you don't want stupid bangs. The reason you don't want too much chocolate is because it will overpower the flavors that you want. You want to taste these flavors individually. If you get too much of one flavor, it's going to overpower all the rest of the flavors. And no baggy saggy either. Ugh. Okay, she'll be back. She'll be back. I'll be back. But yes, so just a little bit of chocolate in there goes a long, long way, especially when we're talking about dark chocolate. And then into that, I have a tablespoon of arrowroot. You can't see it. It doesn't matter. You guys know this is what arrowroot looks like. It's just a starch flour. I buy it from Bob's Red Mill. It is very, 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 very messy. So when you're working with arrowroot, I highly recommend that you work with it over a baking sheet or over a bowl or over your sink or something like that. It is very powdery and very starchy. It will go everywhere. All right. So there you go. So we are doing a tablespoon. Yes, so it's a little messy. Yes, so that's what I was saying actually, Lexi, is it's a little messy. So we're going to do a tablespoon of that. This is what's going to kind of hold everybody together in this whole big mess that we're making here. Then we have 1/8 of a teaspoon of cardamom. Cardamom is it's like a cinnamon on a steroid. Actually, it's not really. It has a little bit of that flavor profile, but cardamom is a really unique, yummy, 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 yummy tasting spice. It's one of my favorites for the holidays. So, but you don't need a lot. This is about 1/8 of a teaspoon. You do not need more than that. Okay. So yes, don't mix up your recipe and put in a tablespoon. Cardamom is amazing. You can just buy it in a dry spice, just like this. I try to keep these I know it is so good in pumpkin pie. Oh my God, it's so good, Janie. You got to try it. Cardamom, it's kind of expensive. All right. That is a trick question. Are you trying to trick me, Lisa? I have no idea where cardamom comes from. I think it's like a bark, but I'm not sure. Like, it could be a spice. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'll find the answer. It's a seed. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for saying that. So yes, it's kind of pricey. You could substitute, there you go, from pods. Oh, thank you guys. You're so smart. I love it when you're smart like that. Makes me happy. But you can substitute cinnamon in there if you do not want to buy cardamom for 1/8 of a teaspoon in this recipe. So don't freak out if you don't have it. So you can buy it. It just comes in, this is just like a regular spice. This is like from, this is like a Kroger brand, this Simply Organic. So yes, you could just buy it in a small amount that way, or buy it in a spice shop where you're just buying a little bit. Like this thing right here was like $9. So it's kind of expensive. So you just want to be, and I just bought a fresh one because I was out. Yeah. So, yes, there you go. Okay. Now we are doing 1/4 of a cup of honey. All right. You could use, if you're vegan, you could absolutely use a syrup of some kind. If you wanted to, like a maple syrup or a yacon syrup, that would all be fine. Yeah, that would all be fine. Yeah, cardamom can be expensive. It's one of the more expensive spices. So gravy, maple syrup, yes, anything like that. Anything that is sticky and syrupy is going to be great for this. So come out. Won't come out. My little fancy little trinket like thing, and this, I was trying to be all cute, and it's not very cute when it's trying to get it out of here, I can tell you that. It smells, it has, it actually, now that you say that, okay, I'm getting a spoon out. After you said that, it actually does have that smell of ginger, so yeah, one of my faves. Love it. I love it in the winter. I use it a lot in winter, especially like on my, if I'm having oatmeal, which is not very often, but I do have oatmeal in the winter I'm sorry I'm missing comments every once in a while, but yeah. You guys are getting booted out. Don't leave. Cardamom smart people here. Okay, then lastly, but not leastly, is the peanut butter. Now then, I have bought just, this is called Smooth Operator. It's actually an organic peanut butter. We do not use peanut butter very often in this household, so yeah, I know I do. I need the little tiny splat. But yes, this is an organic peanut butter. And it's made, those are US peanuts that it's coming from. So yes, you can substitute almond butter, cashew butter, anything like that. If you do not like peanuts, I know, right? So funny. That doesn't say actually, it doesn't say what it is. This is 1/4 cup of peanut butter. I'm sorry, this is 1/2 cup. This is not 1/4 a cup. Good Lord. If that was 1/4 a cup, I have mismeasured. I used an arrowroot for it. Yeah, I use an arrowroot for the starch bit. Yes, so, but you could use other butters, nut butters. You could use your homemade. Just make sure that it's nice and smooth. You don't want it that grainy because it's gonna disrupt. So you want to stick it in your blender and make sure that it's nice and smooth. So in here, we are gonna just start mashing this all together. Mix mash. I was taking a bath. All up on a Saturday night. Sorry, I got a little carried away. I don't like to use cornstarch actually, but you probably could use cornstarch instead of arrowroot. It's not something that I would keep in my house. It's hard to find organic, and most of my, I know you're new to me, but most of my stuff is organic and healthy, and I'm one of those people. You know those people. I'm one of those people that actually like to try to bake and cook. Yeah, but you could use cornstarch if you wanted to. Any type of starch would be fine. Tapioca starch, anything like that would be fine. But yeah, I'm one of those people. I know, ooh, those people. You know, it used to be that everybody thought that if you were one of my people, that you were, I know, one of those people. It used to be if you were one of those people, you were actually, look at that. It's actually coming really nicely, little packed nuggets already. But if you were one of those people, you were considered like a hippie or whatever. But yeah, not anymore. It's just, you were just normal people. Not that hippies aren't normal, but anyway, sorry if you're a hippie. No, I wasn't being mean towards hippies. So yes, so you need to, I kind of wish I was a hippie sometime, like a gypsy on the run. That would be amazing. One day. So it gets really thick in there. I'm using a fork, as you can see. I also have a cup towel down on my butcher block so my bowl is not sliding around. Do they? Yeah, I get hippie sometimes too. Hippy dippy. What are you? You're fairy berry. That's the other thing I get called. My dad used to call me, no, it wasn't was it my dad? My dad was always like rolling his eyes at me like, really, Leslie? And now he's all making his own kombucha and stuff like that. So I know. I would love to have a total like hippie type of lifestyle in the way that you think of like having your own plants and growing your own food and having your own farm. I would love that. Fairy berry, yeah, fairy berry. I've been called that before too. Home of the weird. Okay, so we have a nice mixture here now. It's really thick. It's super thick. All right, super, super thick. Now then, I'm going to actually wet my hands. I'm going to take off my ring. Take off your rings. You do not want peanut butter all down in, what's going on there? Oh, I'm caught up. I was like, why? Is my finger swollen? My other ring was caught on my other ring. It wouldn't come off. Okay, so I'm going to just set my ring aside over there. Actually, I'm going to get my ring holder because I have to show you. This is my mom's, ever since I was a little girl. I know. So, that's funny, Dad. But ever since I was a little girl, my mom has had this sitting by her sink, and she always put her rings on it. I mean, I can remember rings on his nose, on his tail. There were rings in, there was jewelry in here. There was always stuff. In fact, I still have the coins that she left in there. And one day she was having a garage sale, and this was sitting out in the garage sale. And I was like, are you kidding me? Oh my God, Mom, I swear to you, I remember this from a kid. So yeah, so I absolutely was freaking out that she was gonna sell this. So I nabbed it, and it's been in my kitchen ever since. And it sits by my sink. And I put my rings on his tail when I don't want to wear them in the kitchen. He's gonna sit right over there right now. I know, I have crazy stuff like that, so. I know. Can you believe it? I would have been so mad. I would have been, no telling what she sold at a garage sale that I wanted over the years. Lots of things, I'm sure of it. So I'm going to wet my hands. You're going to have to wet your hands in several times as you're doing this. The reason you wet your hands is because you don't want this to stick. I have a baking sheet that is lined with wax paper again, because once again, these are not going into the freezer, but they're going to go in the refrigerator so that they will set up and chill together. So you're going to just you're going to take these and make nice little nuggets like this. You're just going to make a nice little, yeah, you could, if you wanted to use coconut oil, you could do that. It would probably last longer than the water. And you're just going to make nice little, even, pretty little rolly balls. I did not make any of these ahead. I was actually running late this morning. So yeah, anyway, it's because I was goofing off. Let's just be crystal clear. It's true, my dad. Dad, that's funny. You could put them in mini muffins if you were so inclined, but it's so much cuter like this, and they're so much more fun to eat when they're like this. But yes, so you're just going to roll these up, and then you're going to stick them in the fridge. And I like to make mine really pretty because that's just the way I roll. But anyway, this is the exciting part. There's always an exciting part of my scopes, and this is it today. So if you were wondering when the exciting part was going to get here, well, it's here now. Right now, it's here. All right, I got to wet my hands again. I'm getting all sticky. Don't want sticky. Sticky's no good. Are you guys done Christmas shopping? Raise your hand if you're done Christmas shopping. You notice I'm not raising my hand? Dad, I don't think you have any of my old underwear, but I think you do have a big collection of my old t-shirts. Salty balls. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. No, I haven't even started. What? You know Christmas next week, right? You could use a melon baller, you could, if you wanted to. Sometimes for me, those things are even more cumbersome than just rolling them up by hand, so. Are you kidding me? I thought about those stupid pepper. Somebody today, this morning, was talking about them on Facebook, and I was like, just don't make them. Don't make them because, oh no, it was Dawn. Dawn was doing her scope, and she's like, oh, I'm going to make those peppermint patties. And I was like, Aw. And I was like, I don't know about that 3 Kings Day. Anyway, so I was like, oh no, really? And I told her, I said, no, you can't, don't make them, Dawn. Just forget about it. Forget about the scope yesterday, because all night last night, were you on that one? All night last night, I was thinking about peppermint patties in my refrigerator, so. All right, so we're down to the bottom of this. Good to the last drop. You know what? I did not even taste my mixture. Oh my God, you guys. I always taste my mixture, so I'm going to taste it right now. Oh. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's a good idea. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm totally licking this. There's one dessert that your kids can lick the bowl. So good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to be here for the rest of the season eating this right now. No, right? All right, so those are going to go in the fridge, but not before. Karen is not here, but she'll be happy to know that Mason is making an appearance. You guys know Karen. Yeah, you know Karen. She loves Mason, and I keep a lot of things in Mason jars, so she teases me about it all the time. Teasing me. Stop teasing me. Everybody's always teasing me. So on top of these, I'm just going to do a little bit of a, actually, that's not what I was going to do at all. Hold on. I got distracted today somehow. It's because I was late. I know, she loves Mason and Splat. She does, she does. So I'm going to put some coconut flakes out here. This is just raw coconut flakes. These are just little bitty, tiny, little tiny. You can, oh, there you go. You can see it. Tiny little coconut flakes. All right. Organic coconut flakes. All right. I'm going to keep saying that. So I'm just going to take these and just roll them right in the top. And I'm just going to do the top. I'm just going to dust them right on top. I'm going to give them a little hair. This is also going to add a little visual interest. So, you like coconut dust? I know, right? This is going to add a little visual interest as well, so that when they're sitting out on the counter for people to eat, that they're like, oh, what's that? I totally want that. And yes. I don't know what that meant. Oh, you're not talking to me, are you? Jen, you're not talking to me. You're talking to somebody else. I think. Still no, what? Still no Leslie. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? You guys been booted out? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, she can't hear me. That's a bummer. That's a bummer that you can't hear me. Gosh, everybody. You could dip these in chocolate. You could. You could. But they already have chocolate in them. And they're really pretty just like this. Dad, you want to dip everything in chocolate. My dad dips his popcorn in chocolate. Sorry you guys are having technical issues. Bumma. All right, so these are a little sticky. Once they're chilled, they will actually not be sticky anymore, and they will be like a nice little firm ball. So yes, so you can see there. Hold on, let me clean off my hands and I'll show you. I'll show you for real deal what they look like. You don't like texture of the flakes? You don't have to do the flakes. You could absolutely not. You could avoid the flakes. Avoid the flakes. That's what we try to do on here, is avoid the flakes. Chocolate caramel popcorn. You guys are evil. I know. I do too, Terry. I love chocolate. So there you go. See that? Did I get that right? Is that Terry, Mama Panda? Is that right? Did I get that right? You're so funny. I'm doing popcorn truffles tomorrow, and I will tell you they have a little bit of chocolate in them. Yeah, look at those. Those are beautiful. So these are just going to go right into, they're like little snow-capped nuggets. Chocolate covered dates, right? I love to cover my date in chocolate. I mean, I'm sorry. I love chocolate covered dates. Goofball alert. All right, those are just going to go in the fridge for about 20 minutes. There you go. Sorry. It was just, I messed up. I messed up what I said. Sorry, Dad. He was my date. What are you talking about? right, so there you go. There is easy peasy, super, super, super crazy easy little peanut butter balls. And I can tell you that this little mixture right in here, this is amazing. You should go out and get the stuff and make these right now because they're crazy. Girl talk, right? I put mine in the fridge. You could actually also put them in the freezer, but Sandy, dang, I was trying so hard. Okay, I'm never forgetting again. That's it, Sandy. You can ask anybody. Once I embed your name in my brain, it's there. But man, it takes me a long time to embed it. It's like a download. Ooh, remember the names. Gosh. Okay, got it. Got it. Sandy. Got it. I do like the little Hail Mary goodies. What are you talking about? Do you like the little I don't know what Hail Mary goodies are. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I thought you were making a funny, and then I read it again and thought, oh, she's asking me a question. Anyway, so super easy, delightful little things that you can just stick out like cookies. I guess I don't know about that. I know my download is on dial-up. It's true, Chastity. You knew how long it took me to remember your name. So there you go. Oh man, I hate that, Jen. That's my sad face, Jen. No, but I will tell you what cookies I do love at a brand of macaroons. No, I've never tried those. I have never tried them. But I do like, do you guys get Gianna cookies? So Gianna uses, I mean, they're full of sugar, but Gianna has hi, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here, Monica. You have the knockoff recipe. Ooh, listen to you. But Gianna's makes these amazing, amazing, amazing cookies. They're sugar cookies and they're full of sugar. There's nothing healthy about them. She just uses real ingredients, but they are so, so good. They are so good. Thank you for trying to help her. Thank you, Teacups and Cookies, for trying to help Jen. I'm so sorry she's having trouble. I haven't seen her in a long time, and I was so excited she was here, and then she can't hear me. Okay, hold on. I'm going to write a note to Jen. You guys, hold on. Bear with me. I'm writing a note because she can't hear me. If she's still there, I'm writing a note to Jen. Hi, Jen. I love you. Sorry. All right, here's my note to Jen. I'm so sorry that you can't hear me. There you go. There you go. That's for Jen. My handwriting's really bad there. Okay, here, I'm messaging Jen. This is for Jen, everybody that can hear me. This is for Jen. I adore Jen. She has been with me for a long time, and I tell you, the first time I met her, she just cracked me up. So that's amazing. She's so funny. All right, so there we go. Well, thank you for saying so. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Any questions? Lucille, you can hear me. All right, you love notes too. I love you too. You know that. Anybody have any questions? Can I help you with anything? Anything going down? Anybody want to tell me anything? Any good news? Anything like that you want to tell me? If not, what time is it? Oh, I did pretty good today. I am going to go out of the cooking part of this scope. If you are here for the cooking part, thank you so much to all the replay viewers, especially you, Jen. I hope you can hear me now. Thank you so much for watching. Know that I love you and I only want you to be happy and healthy. And if you're new to me, at the end of all of my scopes, 20 minutes. Yes, so 20 minutes in the fridge, in the freezer, probably half that time. You really don't want them to be frozen though. I'm in Fort Collins, Colorado. If you want them to be frozen, I mean, if you put them in the freezer, they're going to get frozen and they're going to be weird when you try to eat them. So you really just want them chilled. So if you put them in the freezer, let them set out for a little while and get unfrozen. So You could use, yep, you could use less honey if you were so inclined. You could use a yacon syrup, which is low on the glycemic index. So yes, these are not guilt-free. By the way, let's just be crystal clear. These are candy and they should be eaten like you eat candy. Not just because they have healthy ingredients does not mean that you can go downtown crazy and eat the whole pan of them. Plus you'd probably be sick. So yeah, yacon is expensive, I agree. But you only need 1/4 of a cup. You just need a little bit. There's another syrup that you could use. What's the other one? Yeah, it's expensive, I agree. That would be expensive little peanut butter bowls. You could use coconut nectar or coconut syrup. You could use one of those if you want to. It just needs to be a liquid sweetener of some kind. It just needs to be a liquid sweetener and it needs to be gooey. It needs to have gooey because that is, no agave. Sorry. I mean, you can use agave. Don't use stevia. No, nothing like that. It needs to be gooey. It needs to be gooey so that they all hold together. So any type of syrup. So coconut, yacon, maple. There's another one. Man, is it in this recipe? I modified this recipe. Oh, there's a brown rice syrup that you can use. Yes and no there. You make sure it's organic. It would be hard to find. Yes, absolutely. You can make your own syrup. Absolutely. Very true, Lucille. Very, very true. So yes, lots of choices for sweetener in there, but you do need something gooey. Make sure it's gooey. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, what's wrong with agave? You know, agave is super processed. Yes, Lucille's got it there. You are so smart. It's ridiculous how smart you are. It's crazy. I don't like agave. Yeah, I don't. It's really super highly processed. To get it to the point where they can actually serve it to you and package it for you, it is super processed. So it's not my favorite sweetener. I know it was all the hot thing for a long time, but it is people. It looks like honey, so people think that it's honey, and it's not. It's just icky. So I would just avoid agave. I'd rather you eat just regular organic brown sugar that's not been processed and make your own syrup than actually use agave. So yes, it's kind of like stevia in that realm, that it's just, I mean, somebody recognized that it was going to be popular and then it went crazy and then everybody started wanting it. So yes, raw honey can be from anywhere, but it's great if it's local for one reason, and that's because it actually helps with your allergies. I don't know if you guys know that, but raw honey that is local. So if you can find a beekeeper, and they're all over the place. If you look on Craigslist, yeah, if you look on Craigslist, you'll find a beekeeper. That's so funny. Well, that's okay. It's okay. Those are your cookies. You can eat your cookies. You can have your cookies and eat them too. Yeah, no, you should probably look into some other type of syrup, other than agave. So yeah. Yes, so beekeeping is really popular. You can probably find a local beekeeper, especially if you're in the South where it's warmer. You can find a local beekeeper. Local honey will actually have antibodies naturally in the honey that can protect you from seasonal allergies. Hello, it's so crazy, but you're ingesting the pollen. Yeah, that's so cool. I have one too. Yeah, yeah. You can actually when you're ingesting the pollen, and it actually helps fortify your allergy tracts against local allergies. But oh, I'm sorry, Sherry. That sounds serious. But yes, bee pollen all year. That's a little difficult where we are. Our honey will sit around for a little while. It actually will crystallize, and then as it gets cold and it'll get, as it gets warm, it will liquid again. So, but don't be afraid. A lot of people are afraid with honey when it gets crystallized. Let me see if I can grab mine and I'll show you. They get worried when it gets crystallized. But you can see down in the bottom of my giant jar. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hope she's okay. But you can see how it's crystallized right down in here. I know everybody says Benadryl, right? Yeah, you'd have to eat a lot of honey. I mean, if you're having it daily in your tea, it's actually you would probably get the benefit. But yeah, I'm already done making it. I'm way done. Okay, good. That's good, Sherry. I'm glad to know that. So yeah, see how it's gotten a little crystallized down on the bottom? You can see where it's kind of, there's nothing wrong with that honey, by the way, at that point. Honey lasts a really, 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 really long time. Yes, and the website, the recipe will be on my website also this afternoon after 5 p.m. You can find this recipe after I photograph it and all that kind of stuff. So it's true. Yeah. So it's, but yeah, this is from the Flying Beekeeper here in Loveland, Colorado. Look at their cute, can you see that? Their cute little logo, Flying Beekeeper. They're amazing. They're an amazing company. She gives me honey for free a lot of times because I talk about her honey all the time. It's so good. I'm trying to get her on a Blab or a Periscope or something so they can teach me how they harvest it and everything. That's right. We send all of our Valentine's Day cards from Loveland. We actually go down there and get it postmarked from Loveland. When did I start my website? I started my website, it was June of this year, June 2015. Go-To Kitchens, the concept of Go-To Kitchens came up January 5th, so 1/5/15. So January 5th, 2015, Go-To Kitchens popped into my brain. Yeah, thank you for putting the website up there. Popped into my brain, and by June we had a website built. And so yeah, and if you ask anybody about building websites, it's a lot of work. We worked our butts off. So yeah, I launched my Facebook page in May of this year, and then Periscope. I've started. Yeah, I've never seen those boxes before. People talk about those all the time and I've never seen one. Yeah, I've never seen that at our post offices or anything. We actually make a drive down there and post them. So yeah. So yes, but it seems like they used to have those boxes in the post office, but yeah. Thank you. You're welcome, Sherry. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, it was a labor of love, and all of Go-To Kitchens is. You guys know that I do not make a penny from this. I don't have anything for sale. You can't buy anything. I always say that. I say it kind of as a joke at the beginning of my scopes because everybody's like, you need a good opening. And so my opening is, there's nothing for sale at Go-To Kitchens. The only thing I want you to buy is I want you to buy into your own health. So my Amazon boxes, can you see an Amazon box or something somewhere? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, but it's a labor of love at this point. So I'm just out there trying to help people. Oh, okay. I'm out there just trying to help people change their lives and make good changes. I'm on a mission to change millions of people's lives, to help millions of people change the way that they eat and the way that they think about food. It's why I do talk about health a lot, but it's why I'm not trying to like stick it in people's faces, because honestly, I would be able to make these right here and serve these at any, okay, yeah, that's fine. Thank you. But I would be able to serve these little peanut butter balls to anybody at any party. They wouldn't even know that they were eating something healthy that was good for them, that had tons of phytonutrients in it, had tons of minerals and nutrients in it from the peanuts and from the dates. And I mean, they just would have no idea that there was any health benefit to that. They would just, yeah, well, peanut allergies, that would be bad. But they would just have no idea that they were eating something amazingly good for them. So yeah, I mean, and I love that. That's what I love. I absolutely love helping people. Janie, don't be embarrassed. My husband goes through fast food lines too. Every once in a blue moon, we don't eat fast food like Wendy's and McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and that sort of stuff. We don't eat that. We don't eat that kind of stuff. Actually, every once in a blue moon, like maybe a couple times a year, you might find me at a Cane's, because I love Cane's. I love their fried chicken. I think it's amazing. It's terrible for me. But I mean, I live in moderation, so I feel like that it's fine every once in a blue moon. I don't pay for it. Everybody always asks me, oh, do you feel bad after you eat it? No, not really. My brain is very happy. So I love that. Get that out of your hands. What? Stop picking. Don't pick that up. But yeah, it's just very, very rarely, or if we're traveling or something like that, sometimes you get caught out. And I try to make good choices when I do when stuff like that happens. But yes, exactly like that. Oh yeah, I know, I'm crazy. I know it. But yeah, I don't try to hide behind a persona that I'm not. Oh, there's Edison. Finally, it's taken him this whole scope to do that. But I don't try to hide behind a persona or try to hide behind something that I'm not. I'm not a jock. I'm not out running marathons or anything like that. I'm sorry, I don't mean that jocks run marathon. Well, actually, no, you are kind of jockey if you do that. And I wish I could. But I know, woof woof. But I don't, it's not pretend with me. This is how we live our lives. We live our lives in moderation. Every once in a blue moon, we have things that we're not supposed to have. But that's what moderation is all about. I know he does. He's a big dog. He's 60 pounds, so he's a big dog. It's that lab in him too, because he's a labradoodle, and it's the lab in him. Labs have huge bark. So, but yeah, we just actually just, we just live our lives. We go along and we make good choices. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yep. It's true. We try to live very authentic lives. I will tell you guys that I have been approached to do things that are not authentic to me. So can you be this? Can you do this? Is it possible for you to do this or that? From several sources. And I reject them. There are things that would make me money even. And I say no, because I don't want to do something that's not authentic to me, that is not who I am. So yeah. No, I don't. Humility is top of my list. I have to tell you guys, every single day I have a mantra. Before I even turn on this camera, I always say, please let me be light. You can ask anybody that's here with me when I broadcast, and I do this every single time before I turn on the camera. I always say, please let me be light into dark spaces and never darkness into light spaces. And that's my mantra. That's how I live my life. And so I never want to be darkness into light. I always want to be light into darkness, or light into light. So yeah, it's just how both of us live our lives. So yes, that's how I try to see it. It's funny because we were posting in Healthy Surrender this morning. Everybody was posting their baby pictures, and I was looking at that baby picture, and I was thinking about how my parents raised me and how my dad is on my scopes. I mean, you guys can see that. It's very authentic. My dad is here. I mean, I can't tell stories that don't exist because he's there checking me. So, I wish you would. But I was looking into the eyes of that kid that was me, and sometimes it's hard for me to connect to that kid that I'm looking at, that I'm like, holy crap, that really is me. But I was looking into the eyes of that kid, and I was thinking, my gosh, at that age, my parents had put a twinkle in my eye already that was light. I was a butterball. You should see my little chunky arms. So yeah, it's fun. It's a fun group. So yes, but it is, but I was looking at that and I was thinking, my parents had already instilled that light into me. I can look at that picture, and I'm not being boastful here. I can just look at that baby picture. I think I was probably between 3 and 4 years old in that picture, but I can look at that baby picture and I think, oh my gosh, I mean, they were already instilling that in my life. So we are done cooking. Dang, you'll have to watch the replay. We made these amazing little I'll show them to you. Okay, because you're here and you asked, I'll show you what we made. They're in the refrigerator, by the way. If I don't drop them all out, that would be bad. Closing of the refrigerator. We made these little yummy, no-bake peanut butter balls. And they are sitting up firmly. They're getting better and better. Yes, I missed a comment. Dang. Yeah, these are amazing little treats right here. And that's what these are. These are treats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think you could get 12 out of there. I know, right? You had to see peanut butter and had to have a look. And chocolate. There's chocolate pieces in there too. And all kinds of other good stuff that is really, really actually good for you, but a nice little treat. They're kind of like a little, I know they do. And I have to tell you, I tasted some of the little dough that made these, and they are stupid good. They are so good. So just the perfect amount of sweet and savory and deliciousness. That's so funny. Have these little weird balls on your Christmas tree. I Hi, Laura. It's good to see you. Yeah, go watch the replay when I'm done, and you can see the recipe, or you can find the recipe on my Facebook page. Sorry, I know I'm out of frame. You can find my recipe on my website, go2kitchens.com. go2kitchens.com. Lucille, you're always trying to get me to say stuff like that. You're a bad influence. Thank you. There you go. Go2kitchens.com. Thanks, Laura, for putting that up there. Thank you so, so much. I know we need to hang out. Okay, you guys, I'm going to scat on here in just a second. I'm going to do one inspirational thing today. It's actually not inspiration. It's an inspiration for you to reach back. It's an inspiration for you to reach back into your childhood and to find your favorite Christmas memory. I have it up on my Facebook page, so I know, right? With those, yeah, peanut butter balls or whatever. Anyway, but yes, so I want you to reach back into your childhood, and I want you to find a good Christmas memory. I want you to find one that you can hang on to, and when you celebrate Christmas this year, thinking about it. And I'm going to share mine with you. Mine is my mom and dad and I. We used to have to drive about an hour to my grandma and grandpa's house. My mamaw and my granddaddy. That's who they were. I'm a Texan. Hello, mamaw. You have to have a mamaw if you're in Texas. A mamaw and a nana. I had both. But we would drive about an hour, actually south from Dallas-Fort Worth to Lake Whitney. And my mom had a little small car, and my dad drove a 1970 Chevrolet black pickup truck. And still to this day, I would kill for that truck. It was gorgeous. It was a long bed, like super cool. Even as a kid, I felt cool in this truck. It was a beautiful pickup truck. We were from Texas. Don't judge. We have pickup trucks. Anyway, and so it was just this gorgeous pickup truck. And so we would fill up the bag. I remember mom and dad putting all of the presents in garbage bags in case it snowed or rained or whatever. They would put them all in there, and we would just go down for the day. But on the way home, we had an amazing day. But typically, or actually, sometimes we would go down and spend the night. And on the way down there, it would be nighttime because my dad would have to work, and we would drive down. And I was always sitting between my mom and dad in the pickup truck, typically in pigtails or dog ears or whatever you want to call it. And I would sit in between them, and we would ride along, and we would sing songs, and we were always silly. This is how my life is. My whole family's silly. And so we were always silly and goofing off and having fun. Very lighthearted, and hardly ever a serious moment unless I got bad grades, which was a lot. Anyway, that's when it got serious. But anyway, and so we would be riding along, and one year I was very young. I remember my dad saying, "Do you want to play a game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I love games. I still to this day, I love playing any type of game." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay, we're going to play a game, and it's called I Spy." And I never heard of it before, of course, because I was like 6. And I was like, "Oh, what's that, Dad?" And he was like, "So every time you see Christmas lights, you yell out, 'I spy,' and you point to the Christmas lights." Okay. Oh, I can totally do that. So we would drive along. It would be pitch black, going down to my mama's and my granddaddy's, and we would play this game. And it was just so, we made it up. It was so amazing. And mom and dad both would play. And it was just such a brilliant, sorry. It's like, my mom and dad are still alive. It's not like, whatever. Anyway, I'm crying again. Good Lord, it's the season for crying. But it was such a brilliant memory for me. And still to this day, we can be riding along. I know, stupid, crazy, crying girl. Anyway, so still to this day, we can be riding along in the car. Although we don't make that trek anymore. We can be riding along in the car at Christmas time. I know, the one that had the most spies won. And yeah, and they didn't ever let me win. As the kid, I was supposed to win, but sometimes I won, but there was no pad in the game. It was whoever had the most won, and that was that. And nobody got a prize. Nobody got anything. It was just the joy of who won. And so, but I can remember saying, "I have 4, I have 5, whatever," and just screaming it out. And still to this day, I know. So still to this day, we can be driving along in the car. I am 45 years old. My dad is in his 60s. My mom is in her 60s. We can be driving along, and it just out of nowhere, somebody will yell, "I spy!" scare the crap out of all of us, and we'll all laugh, and then the game starts all over again. So it's just such a beautiful, beautiful, amazing Christmas memory that I have. I have tons of them. I could stay on here for 1,000 years and tell you all my amazing Christmas stories, because that's how my parents were. They made everything special. And so, yes, I know, sorry. My crying makes you happy? Thanks, Lexi. No, I'm kidding. It is a super memory. So I want to encourage you guys to form your own super memories. Maybe some of you didn't have the best of childhoods. Maybe some of you are having a hard time coming up with a good Christmas memory. Think of your most recent good Christmas memory and hold that close this Christmas. It will make things a lot better. And maybe it's time that you start new traditions of your own. Maybe it's time, if you've not had a lot of good Christmas memories, maybe now's the time. Seize the day, seize the moment. Now's the time to make that good Christmas memory. So there you go. What was that? Did you see that? It was like a feather, just like lofted up in the air. So I know. Well, I always tell a story, and I did not make this up. I heard somebody else say it. But they said if there's a scale from 1 to 10, and crying is, like just bawling crying is 1, and laughing hysterically is 10, I have to stay between a 3 and a 7. Because anything under 3, I'm crying, and anything over 7, I'm crying because I'm laughing. So there you go. I have to stay somewhere in the middle of that at all times, or I'm crying. So I'm just an emotional being that way. It's just how I roll. So I can see myself one day. You know, I do a lot. I don't do a lot, but I do some public speaking. Thank you. I do some, how about a Thanksgiving memory? A Thanksgiving memory. Okay, I have one of those too. But I can just picture myself one day, having this public talk or whatever, and an emotion hits me like that, and like my because I can't see myself, and my mascara is like running down my cheeks and crap like that. Oh my gosh, I almost made myself cry telling my cancer story in a class the other day. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but you know what? It's who I am, so that's just the way it goes. Too bad. Too bad. I'm gonna cry. Try not to apologize for it so much. I miss me crying. I know. I almost cried because you couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So yeah, so a Thanksgiving memory I have is actually, it's kind of crazy because I'm about to say something that's going to offend a lot of people. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it though. And I'm sorry that if it offends you, but I don't care about football. Sorry, I kind of say that as a joke too, but I don't care about football. I can't tell you, I know that the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys are in Texas and the Denver Broncos are here, but that is about all I know about football. Like, I don't know players or anything like that. You either. Okay, good. I'm not the only one. So, yeah, so I don't care about, I know I'm from Texas and I don't like football. There's something wrong with my genes. I got mixed up. I was born in another state apparently. So, anywho, but one of my favorite Thanksgiving memories is, at Thanksgiving, we used to always, I know, right? I know. What? Devil girl. So there's a lot of you here. The boat you're in is large. Oh, good. That's good. Okay. See, I'm not the only one. That's awesome to know that, actually, because I always feel like I'm the only one on the planet. Robin doesn't care about it either. Neither one of us. So we'll go like have social moments with friends and they're like, oh, did you catch the big game? And we're like, no, you want to talk about something else? I have no idea what they're talking about. We just don't care. We had free tickets and we don't go. I mean, that's the kind of stuff. I don't care. And so it's like that with me with a lot of sports. I like surfing. I like to watch surfing, and that's about it. I like golf too. Yeah, it doesn't follow either. Yeah, okay, good. See, there we go. All right, awesome. So, but one of my favorite Thanksgiving memories, I said all that to say, one of my favorite Thanksgiving memories is we used to, after Thanksgiving dinner, to get a little exercise and to get our blood moving, and, we would all eat and everything. And in Texas at Thanksgiving, it's always gorgeous, like beautiful, optimum, amazing weather, except every once in a while there'll be an ice storm, but very rarely. And it was just this beautiful, beautiful weather. And I was a teenager, but we used to, all of my family members, we would get together and we would play flag football. We'd go out in this big field that was this park that was by the house where we typically celebrated Thanksgiving. And we would go out and play flag football. And it was just so much fun. I mean, it was so goofy. And we goofed off and acted the fool and all that. But it was just so much fun. And then the other memories I have are, no, I can't share that one. I'll bawl. I'll cry. I can't share that one. Yes. So there you go. Oh my gosh. What is going on with me today? It's the peanut butter. Peanut butter makes me cry. It makes me verklempt. Whew, my goodness, Lord. Lord help me. Okay. Yes. I'll write it in my blog. How's that? I will share with you if you follow me on Facebook, if you're a Go To Kitchens VIP, no, it says peanut butter fumes. Whew, stuff is strong. But if you follow me, in your VIP, I will post in the VIP section what my favorite, this is another favorite Christmas memory. So I know, Lord, my goodness. Whew. That's the Southern girl in me doing that. I used to do that in church. I get really emotional. You should see me in church. I can't hardly go to church. Like every once in a blue moon, I'll go to church, which is very, very rare. Very rare. It's usually for a special occasion or something. But you should see me in there. I'm a mess. I'm just a mess. It just overwhelms me, and I'm just a complete mess. So anyway, Sherry, maybe that's why I don't go anymore. I'm just kidding. That's not why. But anyway, Sherry and I were having a big debate about going to church or not to church, which I don't want to do again, but anyway, so yes, but I will share that out on the Go To Kitchens Facebook VIP page. If you are not a Go To Kitchens VIP, you should go sign up. It's super simple. You go to gotokitchens.com, you click VIP access, and then you give me your email address, and then that's that. That's all you do. You'll get a confirmation email from MailChimp that will say, hey, confirm this. Yeah, so hey, confirm your address. You confirm your address, you get a free ebook, How to Fall in Love with Your Kitchen and Yourself, which I wrote. And you will get a link to the Facebook group. You just go and you click on that, ask to join, and bingo, you're a VIP. And you get to see Splat selfies. Splat does some selfies in there. He's just started this, actually. He's really crazy like that, Splat selfies. And yes, so yeah, you guys go sign up. All right, I'm out of here. Robin is circling because he wants to make his lunch and he can't do that. Do you get badges? If you want, we can make badges. I kind of like that idea, actually. I could totally get behind the whole badge idea. Go To Kitchens VIP. You can wear it proudly. Here's my VIP badge. You guys look for a special post for me, a special, I know. You guys look for a special post for me this weekend on Saturday. It will actually come out in the newsletter as well, so you don't have to look for it on Saturday. But there will be a blog post in the newsletter this week that I've been working on. And because on Saturday, it is 3 years. On December 19th of 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and that's what started this whole journey. And I actually like to celebrate that day. Yes, you heard it right. I like to celebrate the day that I was diagnosed with cancer, because cancer changed my life, and it's been an amazing, fantastic journey. And so I want to share those emotions with you guys. And so in your VIP newsletter this week, you will see a link to that blog post. Where I share basically maybe even a little bit too much detail about what happened that day, that I actually discovered that I had a lump in my breast. So I am free of it. Ain't no cancer in this body. I get scanned again in January, and I actually can't. I know, right? That's funny. I actually get scanned again in January, and I can't I know he is. He's circling. He wants lunch. And I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait for my scans, because I love it when they tell me that I don't have any cancer. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Going on, moving on. So yeah, I like to have my scans done. So, but I will talk about that and that journey in detail in a blog post, thoughtfully written. There will be some things in there that you probably will not want to share or read aloud to small children, just because of the incident when I actually found the cancer. I'm going to actually share that with you guys and be completely bold and honest with you about what was happening. So you just want to be a little careful with that about who reads it. So, hey, Bren, it's good to see you. So there you go. And that's coming out in the newsletter on Sunday. And it's not to be like a downer before Christmas. This is actually to be like a, holy crap, look at what I've done. Look what's happened, you know, because of this stupid little tumor. So yeah. So yeah, I think I'm going to title it. I haven't thought of a title, but this morning in the shower, I was thinking I was going to call it, I Love My Lump. Oh my gosh, I was so scared. My dad is so right. I was the most terrified I've ever been in my entire life. I thought I was dying. The Christmas that my mom and dad spent with us, I know, lovely lady, exactly, bingo, Lexi, you got it. I'm so glad you correlated that. I love that you correlated, that you put that together. No, I love that song. So you're absolutely right. Every time I hear that song, I'm like, my lumps, my lovely lady lumps. Anyway, yes, it's actually where the title kind of came from. You guys are awesome. I think now I have to title it that. Okay, you guys set the title right there. I love my lump. So, yes. And there's a lot of stories out there about how breast cancer changed people's lives, or how cancer has changed their lives. But I would like to share with you guys, now that I'm 3 years past, I would like to share with you guys, and the anniversary is on Saturday. And I have a huge date on Saturday night. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, we're going dancing. I'm going to have dinner with a friend before that. I'm going to have a little bit of a girls' night with a friend before that. That's our Christmas party to one another. It's just me and my best friend. And we're going to have a little bit of a girls' night, and then we're hooking up with our husbands after that, and we're going dancing, and it's going to be an amazing night. And I actually have a little bit of that type of story to share with you. It kind of all correlates, and it will make sense. It will make sense when you guys read the post on Sunday in your newsletter. So, okay, I'm out. Vulture is circling. I can hear him back there. He's back there. He's like, where's my food? Give me my lunch. Yes, I love girls' night. Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I am out, you guys. Remember, come up with that good Christmas memory, and if you don't have one, make one. How you like that? All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we are in the kitchen again. I am making popcorn. What'd I call them? I called them something. Popcorn somethings. They're little popcorn candy kind of things. So, hey Tom, it's good to see you here. So yes, so you guys, yeah. Yes, I'll see you guys tomorrow. These are going to be amazing little treats. These are the kind of treats that your kids are going to be like eating, scarfing up, and probably my husband. Here he comes again. There he is again. I gotta go. Like he's some big mean guy or something that wants his lunch. Are you circling? Do you want your lunch? Say, woman. Yeah, you're welcome, Sherry. I'll look for your address so I can get your Splat's cousin out to you. I know he's a shark. Oh my God. All right, you guys. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.